your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game.
Tonight, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. Taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the London Black Knights. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about it is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And here's Willis now off the play fake. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. First and 10, it's Willis. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though. As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Going on fourth down. Here's Willis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards that time.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. On the run, it's Campbell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 21 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
Fields throw taken in there by... And a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Montgomery is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs. And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So they bring out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. To Montgomery to begin the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll go option to the short side. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. him another shot here on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. On first down, Willis. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Touchdown! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Black Knights are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Spinning away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brevin Jordan from 3 yards out. And the Black Knights have moved out in front. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Off the play fake. Good. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Roquan Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Off play action. Good. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Smith. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He'll find Jones again, complete. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. This is caught. It's Cooks. First down now, but that clock rolling. A shotgun snap. Fields. He finds his man. Complete. It's Brooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Rams who come in and get the victory on the road. Matthew Stafford, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, a touchdown catch in the victory. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now it's Fields. He gets it to Cooks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Chicago. This is taken at about the 14. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we?
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown. A big play there. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Caught by Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Willis now off play action. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
On the move to his left. He's got his man. It's Pierce. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff running through the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Good. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and a yard. Fields on the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. They'll roll him out right. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Now it's Smith. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Black Knights add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On first down, it's Fields. And that's complete to Cooks. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here's Fields. Over the middle to Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fields to commit there for a Chicago first. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. This complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They go up the middle with Campbell. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Fields.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bears get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
London about set to take over on offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Smith flush to his right.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. A shotgun snap for Smith.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And they bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
Back to throw, Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Desmond King picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields on 3rd down. It's caught. Beckham. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again is Fields. He gets this one to Boyd. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the 50, here's Fields. That's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, Fields. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. The 30. Past the 20. 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Fields out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the home team here, it's another win for them. And you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.